The other day was one of them real fall days here in New York. And when our old friend the Kingfish left the lodge hall, he didn't have a care in the world. Yes, sir, it was a perfect day for the Kingfish. And then it happened. Up in the apartment, his wife Sapphire said something to him. And it was the end of the Kingfish's perfect day.
And that's the way it is, George.
Oh, no, Sapphire. It ain't true. I killed myself. This is the worst blow ever I had in my life.
Now, George?
It's inhuman. I can't stand it. I go down and throw myself in the river.
Now, George, there's no need acting like this just because Mama is coming to live with us.
Put my feet down, both of them. That old dragon ain't moving in here with us.
George, Stevens, don't you dare talk that way. This is my house, and I got my rights in here.
And this is one time I'm going to stand up for my rights. That old woman ain't moving in here.
Oh, yes, she is.
It was the last thing I do in my life. That old woman ain't moving in here with us. And that's that. Have some more peas, mother-in-law, dear.
But I want something I'll help myself.
Oh, well, I just...
Why, I got along all these years without you telling me what to eat.
Well, if you don't want them, don't take them. That's all right with me.
No, you begrudging me the food. Well, I eat little enough anyway without you complaining all the time.
Now, listen, Mama, can't we just...
You mind your own business. I'm talking to my daughter.
Boy, stop picking on Mama. You want to say something about Freddie Jackson, Mama?
Oh, honey, he's doing so well at the gas company. He's got another promotion. He's district manager now. Oh, I tell you, Sapphire, every one of your old boyfriends is doing so well.
Well, you remember Warren Thorndike, don't you, Mama? We was engaged. Well, I was in the bank the other day, and he's now head cashier. And Harry Tucker, that used to take me out, they say he's going to run for Congress next election.
My.
Well, I won 82 cents down at the pool hall today. Some of the boys down there bet me I couldn't get 3 pool balls in my mouth.
So you having mother-in-law trouble, huh?
Mother-in-law trouble? She been down there with us a week. She done locked me out of the house 4 times, had me down to the Court of Domestic Relations twice, and the other morning she was downtown trying to have me deported as an alien.
Well, maybe if you tried being nice to her, she'd be nice to you.
Well, if I could just find some way to get rid of her.
Yeah. Too bad you can't get her married to an explorer. Some fella that could take her up to the North Pole and lose her.
Oh, no, Andy. If I get the old Wallace enough to lead it off, it's got to be to the right kind of fella. Some middle-aged man with money. Someone who can support her.
Who was that, Amos?
Oh, that was Ben. He's driving for Hubert J. Smithers, a wealthy old bachelor that's stopping over at the Lennox Farm. They say he's really loaded with money.
Hubert J. Smithers. Boys, I've heard of opportunity knocking before, but I never thought it would bang on my door from the back seat of a Cadillac. Dear Secret Heart, I have seen you on the street and come to admire you from a distance. Your unknown admirer.
What you gonna do now, Kingfish?
Well, I'm going to sign this one in my mother-in-law's name, Ramona. And then I'm going to sign this one, Hubert. Then I send this one to Sapphire's mama, and this here one to Mr. Smithers. Andy, Sam Cupid has done fired his opening shot.
Well, the Kingfish didn't waste no time. And for the next week, every day, he wrote 2 love letters. One to Mr. Smithers and one to Momma. And each one was a little more romantic than the last. They both was chafing at the bit to meet their unknown admirer. And then the Kingfish put the clincher in.
Dear Ramona, after all these weeks, I cannot go without seeing you no longer. I will call on you tomorrow night at 8. Signed, Hubert.
Dear Hubert, after all these weeks, I cannot go without seeing you no longer. Call on me tomorrow night at 8. Signed, Ramona.
Honey, is you trying to tell me that your mama's got a secret admirer?
Yes, George, ain't it wonderful? He's written all these love letters. And guess who it is?
Why, honey, I ain't got the least idea.
It's Hubert J. Smithers.
Not Hubert J. Smithers that rides around in the big Cadillac and the whole town is talking about and would make a wonderful catch for any old lady?
Yes, George, and he's coming over here tomorrow night to visit Mama at 8 o'clock. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, suppose...
Hubert J. Smithers, my papa-in-law. Why, that would put me in gassing distance of the old flounder's money. How you coming there, Andy? I want this place maculated up.
Yeah, you sure is going all out here.
Yeah, Andy, it's a chance of a lifetime. When that old boy come up here tomorrow night at 8, I want everything to be perfect.
Yeah, but you done really drawed up a picture of your mama-in-law being an attractive widow. What's he gonna say when he comes face to face with her?
Well, now, when you come right down to it, my mom-in-law ain't too bad a looking woman. Andy, I in big trouble.
What you gonna do, Kingfish?
Well, I don't know, Andy. I don't know. But I know they say you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. But I wonder what the proverb is when you're stuck with the whole pig.
Mr. Smithers coming up to call at 8. The Kingfish didn't want to take no chances with his mother-in-law.
That's right, Madam August. I'm bringing my mother-in-law into your beauty parlor here this afternoon for a complete overhaul job.
Well, you make it sound like a big project.
Well, Madam Olga, I'm going to give you the problem with my mother-in-law. Have you ever been down to the beach and seen a grapefruit washed up on the sand? One that's been in the water for 3 or 4 weeks and then washed up and left to dry in the sun for a few days?
Yes?
Well, if you can get her looking that good, I'll be satisfied.
You getting the effect, Kingfish?
Yeah, Andy, but you got a better shape than my mother-in-law. We'll wrap it up, Miss Josephine. We'll squeeze her in it some way. Well, is your mama ready yet? It's almost 8 o'clock. She's been grooming herself for the past 3 hours.
Oh, I hope everything goes off well tonight. I hope Mr. Smithers likes them. I hope Mr. Smithers... How do I look? Oh, Mama, you just look lovely. I feel just like a young girl again.
Mama, go light on that he and Mr. Smithers liable to think we're keeping a goat in here.
George, when Mr. Smithers gets here, please don't be obvious.
All right. Now keep calm. I'll get the door.
How do you do? I'm Hubert Smithers.
And I is George Stevens. Come right in, Mr. Smithers. Come right on in. And it's a pleasure to meet a man of your charm and credit rating. Let me have your hat and coat. Come right over here, Mr. Smithers. Mr. Smithers, this is my charming wife.
How do you do, Mrs. Stevens?
How do you do?
And Mr. Smithers, this is my attractive mother-in-law.
Well, at last we meet. Ramona.
Yes, at long last, Hubert.
Yes.
Yes.
Well.
Well.
Well, not to interrupt this brilliant conversation, me and my wife better be running along and leave you two alone here by yourself.
Well, if you and your wife are going out, perhaps I'd better come back some other
Oh,
time.
no, we're just going in the back room to look at television.
Yeah, can't miss Arthur Groupie.
Pleased to meet you too, Mr. Smithers. Now, make yourself at home. Night-night, Mama. Night-night.
Yeah, we going way in the back of the house where we can't see nothing or hear nothing that's going on.
Thing I ever heard of in my life. All right. What are they doing? It's not off at all. What we gonna do?
I'll fix that.
What you gonna do?
Something the matter?
Oh, no. Just need a chair to watch television.
What in the world?
Uh-oh. Your mama's sitting right under that 100-watt bulb. If you get a look at her face in that bright light, romance flies right out the window. Need a lamp in the bedroom. Bye-bye.
What in the world?
Honey, I'm going to promote romance out there if I have to strip the living room bare. Holy mackerel. Your mama got about as much magnetism as a dead whale. I need these in the back. Well, I've done my job. From now on, it's up to Mama.
Ramona.
Oh, Hubert.
Oh, Ramona.
Oh, Hubert. Now we are engaged.
Yes, Ramona, dear. And let's keep this our little secret.
Congratulations! Congratulations! Now about the honeymoon. Just look over these travel folders and I'll think that you'll...
Mama and Mr. Smithers done eloped. They're driving up to Connecticut to get married, and they're going on from there to Niagara Falls. Ain't that romantic?
I'll say it is. And Mrs. Smithers has just made me the happiest man in the world. See you back later, honey. I got to run down to the lodge hall and tell Andy the good news.
Holy mackerel, Amos, where did you ever find this?
Well, I was going through this old magazine when I was over at the barber shop when I ran across...
Congratulate me, boys. Congratulate me. Sapphire's mama done eloped to Connecticut with Mr. Smithers. Oh, I'll tell you, boys, I'll tell you.
Why, Amos,
Really? What's the matter?
what's this?
Just a detective magazine. It's just love pirate wanted in New Jersey, Texas, Colorado, Pennsylvania, North Dakota, Florida, for defrauding women. R.H. Smith, alias H. Robert Smythe, alias Hubert Smithers. Holy mackerel!
He's been doing it all over the country. He poses as a millionaire and then takes these women for all the money they got.
And I's the one that brought them together. If Sapphire find out about this, she's gonna kill me. She'll kill me dead. I got to get up to Connecticut and bust up this wedding. Come on, Andy. We'll use my car.
Well, they got at least an hour's head start on it.
It's our only chance. We're liable to get a chance to hit them off. All right, Andy. Get a move on this, son. We'll be around here all day. Hurry up. All right, which way do we turn?
Wait a minute, let me see.
Hurry up, Andy. We gotta get there. We gotta.
Hey, Kingfish, is we anywhere near Denver?
Oh, shut up. There's something wrong.
Yeah, look like the fellow's stuck or something.
What's the matter, mister? Is there something wrong?
Lucky I didn't have an accident. Why, the road's covered with nails. And car blew just as I got on the bridge here.
Well, get the thing on out of here. We got to get to Eastchester. We're in a terrible hurry. It's a matter of life or death.
Yeah, get this thing out of here, mister.
I'm sorry. I have a spare tire, but I don't have any jack.
Oh, that's all right. Hurry up, Andy, and get the tools out of our car.
Yeah. Well, here he is. Hey, we got the bumper jack, but we ain't got no bumper.
Holy mackerel. Why do these things have to happen to me?
I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, me. We'll never get there. We'll never get there.
Wait a minute, Kingfish. I've been looking this thing over. These front ends ain't very heavy. So maybe I could hold it up while you slip the tire on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kingfish. When I lift up, you slip the tire on.
Mm-hmm. Be careful. Attaboy, Andy. We'll have a 6 in a jiffy, mister.
Okay, Kingfish. You ready with the tire?
Ready with the tire.
Hurry up, Kingfish. Kingfish, I can't hold this no longer.
fella. Get your hand off the wheel there, Andy. But there's something wrong, Andy. Set the thing down. It ain't as simple as we thought it was.
Something wrong?
Oh, no. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. Andy, I got it.
Can I help?
No, just get back out of the way. Now, Andy, you step in the tire, and then I'm going to show you how to put that tire on the wheel. Now, pick up the wheel, Andy.
I'm Psycho Cracker Jack's going to give out in a minute.
Wait a minute, Eddie. I'll be right back.
Wore out. Hurry up. Kingfish. There. That's wonderful.
There you is. Now let it down a little, Andy. See there, mister? We didn't have no trouble, did we?
I can't thank you enough. I don't know what I would do.
I can't say enough.
Kingfish, do something. It's my back.
Oh, take it easy, boy. Take it easy there.
Here, this is all my fault.
Oh, man. Take it easy. Oh, take it easy. Is it all right now, Andy? Yeah. All right, mister. Get out of here.
Thank you, gentlemen. I don't know how I can thank you. You did a wonderful job. I don't know what I'd done if it hadn't been for you.
Oh, don't mention it.
Isn't there something I could...
No, just get the thing out of here. We in a hurry, a terrible hurry.
Well, thank you, and goodbye.
I'm back. Hey, Kingfish, you think we'll get to East just in time not to break up the wedding?
We gotta, Andy. We just gotta. But if we don't, Sapphire'll kill me for sure.
Kingfish, we ain't gonna be able to jack this car up.
What are you talking about, stupid? This car got a bumper on it.
Yeah, but you put the bumper jack in the other car. What we gonna do now?
I don't know about you, Andy, but I is gonna lay right down here on this ditch and die.
Now, Ramona, please. Everything is going to be all right.
Yeah, but it's almost 3 o'clock.
Now, Ramona, Reverend Carter will be here, and everything will go ahead on schedule. You see, dear? Here's Reverend Carter now. I'm sorry that I'm late, but I never would have made it if it hadn't been for 2 wonderful men who helped me change my tires.
Hello? Yeah, this is Amos. Oh, Andy. You calling from the church? You just got there. Well, what happened? What? You, now, wait a minute. Tell me, Well, folks, we was cut off. I guess we'll all have to wait till next week to find out what happened up there in Connecticut with Kingfish's mother-in-law. I hope you'll all be with us then.
the lodge hall last week, the Kingfisher's mom-in-law moved in on him, and to get rid of her, the Kingfish promoted a romance between her and a wealthy man about town, Mr. Hubert J. Smithers. And it was beginning to work, because by the end of 1 week, his mom-in-law and Mr. Smithers was cooing like a pair of turtle doves.
Oh, Ramona. Hubert.
Well, romance takes money, and the Kingfish persuaded Sapphire to tap their savings account so Mama could keep up a good front. At the end of the second week, they was engaged. And by the time Mama's trousseau was bought, Sapphire's balance was a little on the anemic side. Mrs. Smithers and Mama eloped up to Eastchester, Connecticut for the marriage. The Kingfish had spent over $2,000 of Sapphire's money. When back in New York, disaster struck the old Kingfish right between the eyes.
Hubert Smithers? Holy mackerel.
He's been doing it all over the country. He poses as a millionaire and then takes these women for all the money they got.
Then I's the one that brought them together. If Sapphire find out about this, she's going to kill me. Yeah, she's going to kill me dead. Boys, I got to get up to Connecticut and bust up this wind. Come on, Andy. We'll use my
Yeah,
car.
but they got at least an hour's head start on you.
It's our only chance. We're liable to get a chance to hit them all.
And then the Kingfish and Andy set out for Connecticut to head off the bridal party. Andy and the Kingfish really hit the open road. And some of it wasn't quite so open. Well, the wedding was scheduled for 2 at a little church up in Eastchester. And a little after 3, the Kingfish and Andy finally got there.
Kingfish, we were too late.
Now, don't say that, Andy. Maybe we ain't. Or maybe we... You're right, Andy. Here come the wedding party now. I'll tell you, Andy.
Ramona.
Wait a minute.
Ramona.
What happened? What goes on here?
Step aside, Bert.
Mr. Smithers. What happened?
Oh, poor Ramona. It was terrible. Going up the aisle, she slipped on a rose petal. I think her leg is broken.
Broke her leg going up the aisle?
Coming, Ramona. Coming.
Well, Kingfish, this is something, ain't it?
Well, thank goodness for the day my mother-in-law was born a clumsy ox.
Now, Mama, you're going to be all right. You're back in New York now. Don't worry. Don't worry. Papa, honey. Where's my Hubert? Now, Mama. George is with Hubert right now. George said there was something he wanted to talk to him about. Oh, Sapphire, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that George is so fond of Hubert.
Let me at him. Let me at him. I'll murder him. I'll murder him. I'll tear him apart. I'll rip him to pieces.
Please, please.
Oh, take it easy, Kingfish.
Now, quiet down, Kingfish. That's enough of this. Mrs. Millers, I think the best thing for all parties concerned is for you to just drop out of sight. I think you ought to get out of town just as fast as you can.
All right. I don't want to start any trouble. I'll get out of town just as soon as I can.
Okay, now come on, Kingfish.
Where's my Hubert? Why hasn't he been up here? Sapphire, where's Hubert? He ain't been up here for 2 days. Now, Mama, take it easy. Everything's going to be all right.
Well, the Kingfish was really worried. He knew that if Sapphire ever found out that he had spent $2,000 promoting a romance between her mama and a love pirate, he'd be a dead duck.
Hey,
Say, Amos.
now take it easy, Kingfish. Everything's going to be all right.
Yeah, with Smithers out of town and your mom-in-law laid up there in the polyclinic with her leg in a cast and can't start no trouble, you was done removed the bonehead of contention.
Yeah, but I worried, boys. I the one that promoted this marriage. I was the one that told him Smithers was a millionaire. If Sapphire or her mama ever found out the truth about Smithers, my goose wouldn't only be cooked, but it would be parboiled and fricasseed.
Oh, take it easy, Kingfish. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
Well, I hope one thing, Kingfish, that you done learn your lesson, that this was just another one of your crazy schemes.
Now, see here, Amos.
Kingfish, I ain't gonna give you no lecture, but if I was you, in the future, I'd stick right with the truth.
Okay, okay. Andy, Amos is right. From now on, I'm going to be above board with everybody. Always straight from the shoulder. Cards on the table. Come in. Yes, sir. Could we help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a George Stevens.
George Stevens. George Stevens.
Yes, that's right, George Stevens.
George Stevens.
George Stevens.
Yeah, that name is slightly familiar. You looking for this George Stevens to serve him with some kind of summons, I guess, huh? Oh, then I guess you was one of them finance companies, huh?
Nope.
Oh, yeah. You with the government in some capacity, huh?
No, not with the government.
I is George Stevens.
How do you do? I'm Deputy Sheriff Williams from Madison, Wisconsin.
I think you quit too soon.
You is a deputy sheriff, and you want me?
That's right. I'm looking for a little information. I understand this woman is your mother-in-law.
You want my mom-in-law?
Yes, I want to question her about this fellow Smithers. He ran out on a woman up in Madison. He proposed marriage to her and then ran off with half her bank account and most of her jewels.
Mister, you can't see my mom-in-law. And besides, she's in the polyclinic hospital. Why, you'd give the whole thing away. You just can't.
Listen, Stevens, all I'm interested in is Smithers. I don't know what your angle is in this, but you have him here by, say, 4 o'clock, or I'll go up and have a little talk with your mother-in-law. Understand?
Yes, sir.
See you at 4 with Smithers.
Yes, sir. What are you going to do? Smithers is gone.
Andy, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't let that man talk to Mama. I got to figure a way out. I just can't let Sapphire or Mama know what this Smithers really was. They'd kill me, boy. Really kill me.
Yeah. Well, if you could just find some way to stall the sheriff off, it shouldn't be too hard. After all, he's the only one that knows that...
Hello? Mystic Knight to the Sea Lodge Hall. Who?
I said, I'm looking for Hubert Smithers.
You looking for him?
Yes. He jilted me 2 years ago in Oregon. And where can I get a hope that Ramona Smith is stealing him away from me? I'll fix that hubby.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'll come right over.
No. Don't come over here. No. Holy mackerel, Andy. That's some woman he done jilted up in Oregon, and she's looking for Mama.
This is a mess. Oregon, Wisconsin, New York. Seems that for the past few years, old Smithers has been smooching his way east.
Andy, this is the worst thing that ever done happened. I'll tell you, Andy. Yeah, what is it, Lightning?
Mr. Kingsley, there's a lady out here from,
Iowa.
Iowa, and she says she's looking for Mr. Hubert Smithers, and she wants to talk to your mother-in-law.
Tell her I ain't here. Tell her anything. Andy, I'm going out the back way. This is terrible.
Oh, take it easy, Kingfish. There's still 45 states that ain't been heard from yet.
Oh, Andy. Calhoun, Calhoun, I gotta talk to you. Calhoun.
Yeah, what? The check is in the mail. Oh, how you came, Vince? What's up, bub?
Calhoun, I need legal advice now, worse than I ever did.
Well, now, Kingfish, I ain't no bona fide attorney, but what is a Jewish proof?
Calhoun, well, there's a deputy sheriff due in my office today at 4 o'clock to arrest my future father-in-law.
Now, slow down, bub. Now, slow down. How could a thing like that happen?
You know this fella Smithers turned out to be a love pirate, don't you?
That I know.
And I got to keep this from my mother-in-law at all costs.
That I know.
Well, what is I going to do when this deputy sheriff comes in with a wand in one hand and a six-gun in the other?
That I don't know.
Calhoun, that's only the half of it. There are 3 other women showed up this morning looking for him, and they all want to talk to my mother-in-law. Calhoun, what is I going to do?
Well, now, Kingfish, suppose you was to tell this deputy sheriff and them 3 women that Smithers is among the unliving. Then they wouldn't have no reason to go see your mama-in-law.
Oh, tell him that Smithers has decreased.
Yeah. Till he told them that he done met with some kind of unforeseen accident. Kingfish, if I was you, here's what I would do.
And that's the whole story, Mr. Sheriff. The late laminated Mr. Smithers has gone to his eternal reward.
This is quite a shock to me. Say, wait a minute. You didn't say anything about this afternoon when I was here?
Well, we just found it out. You see, Mr. Smithers and my mother-in-law eloped, and this terrible thing done happened to them on their honeymoon.
Honeymoon?
Yes, sir. Kind of put a damper on the whole affair.
Yeah, they went up to Niagara Falls, and he leaned over to admire the beauties of the falls. And he leaned just a wee bit too far. Now, you can take it from there.
I don't know about this. Maybe you're telling the truth. But is there any confirmation?
Yes. That's when we got the first word of it. From a manager of a sawmill up on the St. Lawrence River. It seemed this morning they was about to process a log when they noticed it was wearing a cutaway coat.
Well, this certainly wasn't what I expected. But I guess there's nothing I can do about it now.
Terrible. That's the way it is, Miss Thompson. You got here too late.
Yes, Miss Thompson. Mr. Smithers is no longer with us.
Oh, you mean he's passed on?
Oh, no. At present, he may be among the live and kicking, but few, if any, ever come back from the French Foreign Legion.
The French Foreign Legion?
Oui, madame. Poor Mr. Smithers, realizing that his sin was catching up with him, decided to throw his life away, and he joined the Legion.
Oh, dear. Poor Hubert. He was so sweet.
Yes, Miss Peabody, he left this morning. And few, if any, ever come back from the fever-ridden jungles of the Amazon.
Oh, dear. Why did Hubert do it? He jilted me, but still I... Don't you think I'll ever see him again?
Well, I don't think so. I don't think any of them on this expedition is counting too much on getting back. We heard this morning that instead of canoes, there's all paddling up the river in coffins. That was only a rumor, of course.
Hellfire! must be over to the Polyclinic Hospital with our mama. You get the axe and I'll get the saw and cut off the legs of my mother-in-law.
Yes?
How do you do? I see this picture here in the paper of a Ramona Smith at this address who's engaged to a Hubert Smithers.
Now, wait a minute here. Don't tell me that he jilted you, too.
Oh, no, it's nothing like that. No, you see, I happen to be Mrs. Hubert Smithers.
Now, wait a minute here, miss. You mean to tell me that you was married to Hubert Smithers?
Yes, I met him years ago. 26, in fact. He disappeared. I had the marriage annulled, but I've been looking for him ever since.
Oh, maybe this just a coincidence. Probably not the same man.
Well, he's a short man, about 5'7", weighs about 135 pounds.
No, this couldn't be the same man. Cause the man that's engaged to my mother-in-law, oh, he 8 or 9 feet tall and got a long beard like this. No, it couldn't be the same boy. Now, would you get out of here and don't come back, cause we are leaving for California in the morning.
Well, thank you. But if your mother-in-law would care to talk to me, she can reach me where I work. I start a new assignment tomorrow. Here's my card.
Yeah. Yeah, which brings to mind another hilarious story. It seems that this fellow went out to Chicago, and when he got off the train at the station, the fellow in the straw hat walked up to him, and then the fellow in the straw hat says, Mister, I can tell from the looks that...
Sound like my old Essex just before the rear end give up. Holy mackerel, Kingfish. What's wrong?
Andy, that nurse down there. That's the Miss Smithers I was telling you about. Andy, she'll be in here in a minute, and if she sees Mama, we're sunk.
Maybe we could hide her in here. Who's she coming here next?
We better get her back in the room and plan our next step from there. What did you do with my mama?
Don't look at me. She was there a minute ago.
Holy mackerel, we done lost her.
She didn't go upstairs.
Maybe she got on the elevator some way. Come on.
What in the world is this? Search me. She's not one of my patients.
Kingfish, how in the world did she get in here up on the 10th row?
I don't know, but we got her just in time. This phone seems to be here. It's that. I think she'll be safe in here.
Quiet down, folks. We ain't gonna get nowhere like this. Now, Mr. Smithers, we done brought you back to straighten this whole thing out.
Well, I'm glad to be back. Only thing is...
Now listen, Hubert. You and me is engaged, and you is going through with this marriage.
Oh, no, he's not. I married him 26 years ago in Texas. I have prior rights on it.
Why, you and your...
Please, folks. The thing is, where's y'all gonna go from here in? Now, as far as it stands, neither one of you is married to Mr. Smithers. And neither one of you's got no claims on him.
Now, see here, Mr. Smithers, you're just going to have to make a decision. Which of these women are you going to marry?
Well, you both say you love me, but I'm not sure which one loves me the most. It's like a little time to think it over.
Think it over. Now, see here, Hubert.
Well, just till tomorrow. I promise you one thing. I'll go away with the one who wants me the most. Well, goodbye for a while.
Well, I guess that's the only fair way to do it.
Well, it's all right with me, because I know I'm the one that wants him the most.
Oh, no, you're not. I'm the one who wants him the most.
Don't you shout at me!
Please, folks, please.
Well, it wasn't too hard a decision to make. And I guess after all is said and done, you are the one who wants me the most.